you've been president for 3 months. So how has the first quarter of your presidency changed your perception or confirmed your perception of EASAC?
Well, first of all, I was well prepared because I have been active within EASAC, first as the chair of the Energy Steering Panel and also as vice president. So I was well prepared. But I would say I'm increasingly optimistic also about the future of EASAC and our possibilities to spread our wings, if I may say so, because the Austrian Academy, ÖAW, is going to take over or to host the Secretariat of EASAC as of 2024. And all the indications are that the Austrian Academy is also very much willing to team up with us and help us, support us, and also help us find new ways to distribute the reports, to use communications and reach out to a broader public. So I'm actually very optimistic about the future. You might also say that the developments in Europe, of course, and that you might say that's during the last year with Ukraine and the war in the Ukraine, etc., are showing that this type of work is so important. I mean, if you think about the climate problem, which is increasingly on the agenda, we're just taping this interview soon after the latest IPCC report. But also in terms of the energy challenges we have, the biosciences and public health challenges. So now that I'm closely involved with all these aspects of EASAC, I've become more and more convinced of the importance of our work.
Talking about agenda, what are the most important topics right now?
So actually, I was quite struck last week that we are working in the environmental panel on a report on the impact of deep sea mining. And just this very week, this was also very much in the news because also scientists outside were warning for warning about the dangers of the impossible impact on biodiversity of deep sea mining. So that's already challenging, or is showing an important topic, which is actually under development right now. Future of gas in the energy area is also quite important. It's a project that is being run right now, and it's going to be finished in the coming month. And interestingly, we picked this topic just before the Ukraine war and before all the gas prices were rising. And the international developments have shown how important this topic is. And like this, we have other topics as well. For instance, we were working on are working on a project on meat alternatives, which is a bit maybe further from the daily discussions, but again fits. This is from our biosciences and public health panel, but it touches also on the topic of environment and in particular the climate problem, because of course many people are stressing that we should eat less meat in the future, and so meat alternatives are also important for public health, but also for other type of topics like the climate problem.
For EASAC, what is important going forward? What is your vision for EASAC?
Well, in a way, I'm coming back to remarks I made before, in that I think as we see actually more generally in society, the importance of reaching out to a broader public, of communicating in new ways. I mean, we have our traditional ways, we form the working groups, we write a report, but it's not sufficient to then announce that in Brussels and then wait and see what's happening. Of course, we've never done that. We've always followed up on things, but we should pay more attention, I think, to the impact of our reports, how we can make them available more broadly to the public. And that also, I think, means that we have to rethink how we, or at least think again about how we can engage our member academies more in spreading the message. Maybe we should make more material available for our member academies and let them know more in advance of important events going to happen and important reports being published, so that they can follow up on things nationally. Because the way things land in particular countries is difficult for us to, as a organization for all the member academies, it's difficult for us to gauge and to reflect on. But our member academies can certainly have much stronger ties in their own country and can help doing this. So these are, in some sense, some of the challenges that are all connected with broadening our impact and increasing communications. And another thing that is on the back of my mind is the following. The European Committee has in the last few years become much more ambitious. New developments are following up quicker and quicker and have more and more impact. And I think we should also explore a way to enhance our presence in Brussels, have a small Brussels office where we can follow these developments more closely, but also maybe connect more easily to the members of parliament and members from the European Committee.